Bam.
Are
Good
we on?
morning. Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, Benton Harbor. It's us again. Thursday, 1 o'clock. Chat with the Chief here on Facebook and YouTube. I am Director Dan McGinnis with Chief Abrams from Benton Township. We are the 49022. Good to be back this week. Good to see you, Chief. How are things going with you?
Things are going good. I think I have good news. Things are going well. We're dealing with a few issues, but nothing that can't be handled. I will say for the most part, our citizens have been outstanding in the 49022.
Yes. Yes, they have. Very pleased with what I'm seeing as far as people coming up, wanting to help, cooperating, submitting tips, sending photos. Really tremendous.
Yes, I agree.
So I know for me, I'm kind of coming and running. Kind of was dealing with issue at a different spot. Kind of took up most of my morning into the afternoon. So I ran in here with about 20 minutes to get ready for the show. So I don't have everything, but we're going to shoot from the hip and make it happen. We got a lot of things that's going on, good positive things
That's right.
that we want to discuss. So, man, this is so the summer is the busiest time for us, Benton Harbor. So really for us, for the police, this is both jurisdictions. Really start like May, really from the start of Boston time to the end of August, start of September is our busiest time.
Uh-huh.
So it's just one thing after another. Thank God we don't no longer have the PGA every other year because that was a whole nother headache. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that it goes on and happens. Um, I'm kind of upset because I wanted to pull some stats from last week to this week to look at the car burglaries and the vehicle thefts. But in the middle of me running a report, Adobe decided they wanted to update, and now it won't pull up the report. So I'll be tinkering on the side over here because I really want to look at the numbers and let people know. With that being said, though, I appreciate the calls and emails and some photos I received from some possible suspects in the area. Again, I'm kind of going by the skin of my chin right now, trying to pull everything together, rushing. But hey, we appreciate that. Keep the information coming. We appreciate that, and that's how we clean up our community. And yeah, I'm excited. So, Chief, you what's going on over there in Benton Township?
Well, we've still been dealing with some of the the car larceny, the B&Es to the vehicles, larceny from vehicles. We even had a couple of weapons stolen, and I'm telling everybody now, if you keep weapons in your car, especially during this time, take them out, even though you think they're secure or whatever. Or if you have a sedan, four-door car with a trunk, at least lock it in the trunk, because keeping them under your seat, keeping them in your glove compartment, these guys are finding them. They're hitting quick. They're checking all these areas. They're rummaging through your glove compartments, your center consoles, anything of value they're taking. So don't leave anything out in the open that will pique their curiosity, whether it be whatever it may be, a box that maybe you bought something and left the box in the car and took the item out. Now you got a broken window, for a box that had no product in it. So just keep
Right.
remembering those things as much as possible. Um, and that's the biggest thing right now. We just got a lot of larcenies from vehicles going on, Dan.
Okay. So I was able. So we believe here, Benton Harbor, you might have a setback, but we believe in improvising, adapting, overcome. You're in the military, so I know you heard that before. I learned that from Deputy Clark, who was in the Army. Actually, on a side note, Chief, I'm going to call you Coach, Chief. How many veterans you have working for you? Because we have quite a few, and I believe that veterans really make really great employees. They're loyal, they're tough. They actually got pretty good people skills. I know we have. Ooh, shoot, man. I got. Let me see. One, two, three, uh, four. I'm forgetting somebody. We got at least 4 veterans. I got one gentleman was a one of the special forces. He's actually in Nigeria right now. Deputy Director Clark retired from the Army. Sergeant G was a Marine. Chief, you were in the Army.
Right. I got an officer right now in training who's still in the Army.
Yep.
Then I have a female Air Force a veteran as well.
Yeah. Oh, I got 5 because I got another one. Got a young lady. She was in the Army, and she's a tough cookie. So I'm not sure how I got on that. Again, my mind is swimming. It's been a crazy
Well,
morning.
because adapt over. That's pretty much
Yes.
that's the Marine saying.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, some things that happened not here, but actually down at the football building. So yeah. But on another note, I was able to, and that's what I was saying. So I remember I said I couldn't pull up our stats because the Adobe decided to update when it was going to pull the report up, but I was able to change the format to Excel, and it looks like we're down. We as far as stolen vehicles, there were only 2 in the week from last week to this week. Chat with the chief last week to this week. There was one that was on the 10th, which was last Thursday, and that was at 5th and Park. And then there was one on the 14th in the 800 block of Ogden. And then again, where they said they kind of go hand in hand as far as the I take that back. There were 3, and another one was in the 1100 block of Levette. So we're still seeing that south side. I do have a young lady who called me. She came to the station, showed me some pictures, emailed them to me. I don't know if I'll be able to pull them up and share them without messing up the sound, but we'll post them on Facebook. There are 3 masked people walking through her yard, and I can't remember where she lives. I think it's the 11 or 1200 block, somewhere on the south side. So we'll post those pictures up. Maybe somebody recognize, kind of how they're built and what they might have on. It's all dark, and this is a daytime photo, so they're all blacked out. So really, there should be nobody walking around Benton Harbor and Benton Township with black on black, hooded sweatshirts and masks on with backpacks in the broad daylight, at night and broad daylight. So if you see that, that should make your spider sense tingle. Hey, get on the phone, call 911. If you don't want to call 911, you can call the non-emergency number, which is 269-983-3060. 983-3060 is the non-emergency number. So those are down considering what they were last week. And as far as cars being broken into, again, kind of the same pattern. There was one on the 10th, and that was 300 block of Vineyard near Pipestone. And then there was a 5-day gap. On the 15th, we had 2. One was in the 200 block of West May. I'm sorry, 2 cars were hit in the area of West May. And that was on the 15th. So it's interesting how we're saying there's a reduction, but we see on the 10th they were active, and they were back active on the 14th and 15th. So again, numbers are down, but obviously still high, and we want to make sure that we can find out who these people are and get them apprehended because, and we talked about this, Chief, we both feel very, very strongly about people's hard-earned possessions, be it their vehicles or their homes or what's in their vehicles or what's in their homes. So that's what I have as far as an update. We're really watching those numbers. Anything you notice in your side?
2 stolen cars, and matter of fact, your team recovered one of our stolens that we had. So I know we had 2 since the last time we had chat with the chief. Both cars have been recovered. We recovered one, and then your team recovered the other vehicle. So, and they weren't damaged besides the ignition system. So, yeah, so not terrible, but still not great.
Okay. So I haven't had a chance again because I kind of rushed in from a previous meeting. So I wasn't able to kind of look at those reports to see how are they getting them. Are they Are they doing the old thing where they were kind of using the screwdriver, or are these cars that have been left running? I'm not really sure, but we do want to remind you, and I do this myself. I have to remind myself. Make sure we talk about putting your car keys that have a key fob in like a Faraday bag, which is kind of a bag that keeps that kind of signal muffled,
Uh-huh.
because there have been occasions where like somebody might have their key remote, kind of close to the car or in the driveway. It might be like at the door or against a wall, and sometimes people can come in there and hit the button and it'll start. So you got to be careful of that. I know I have the bad habit, and I'm saying this so you don't do the same thing, Ben Harbor. I creature habit, so I have a little bowl my wife bought for me to put my wallet and keys in. Well, honestly, the higher it is, and my our bedroom was like right in front of our garage, so the higher it is, actually, the better opportunity is for the signal. So just be mindful of trying to keep your keys covered, or maybe on the other side of the house, away from your car. So it might not be a situation where they can, push a button and it might happen to start. So it shouldn't, but you never know. Okay,
Right, they have
so
those radio frequency readers. All they can do is scan the air for the most part, and if it's something within reach of that signal,
they'll
yes,
intercept it.
yep,
Yep.
they can intercept it, and next thing you know, they have the digital code to your vehicle.
Yeah. And Chief, thank you for making that point, because if you see somebody that might be standing outside with something in their hand that got some antennas or might look like a hanger,
Yeah,
hey, they're trying to intercept signals from fobs.
yep,
You see that, that is a 911 call. If you see anybody
and
standing outside, go ahead,
garage
Chief.
door openers. We've had that problem.
Oh,
Folks
wow.
were at home and uh, their garage door all of a sudden just opened like three in one block. This was on Nickerson. This happened a couple years ago. It was really weird. They saw this car go by and it slowed down. And next thing you know, every house the car went by, the garage door was activated if they had a power garage door.
Oh,
So they're
wow.
reading garage door codes as well. I don't know where they get these tools from, but it can happen.
My guess would be Amazon. You can get
Right.
anything these days. So, yeah, I didn't think about that. Be mindful of that. Wow. Wow, Chief, that you done open my eyes up to that too. Garage doors are actually, that's kind of simple.
Yeah.
And again, I'm I'm a cop, but I'm also a regular person. We have our inner garage door to the house. We don't lock because the garage door closes.
Right.
So be mindful of that. So you should still don't do like Chief, lock your inner door also. So just for added layer of protection. So
Right.
again, and we don't want to have people's stuff stolen. And unfortunately, these kids these days are getting on YouTube and TikTok and getting all these things, and they think it's funny. And of course, with our system, not much happens to juveniles. So these are predominantly younger kids that are 17 or under. So
Hmm.
one I'm gonna say, Coach, again. One other thing I did want to give an update on before you get into National Night Out is, remember, we had the situation we have been dealing with as far as the that ordinance that was proposed that had kind of some questionable language to. So we're actually
Yes.
kind of taking a new approach to that. We still will be discussing that in the legislative committee coming up next month. But we are changing the recommendation to that. Of what we found is we have everything that was written in that ordinance, Chief. We already have in the ordinance,
Hmm.
so it's like adding something that's already there. So we
Hmm.
know what those sections are. But here's a big one. What I'm going to propose, and maybe they might have a problem with this. So as I discussed with the people at the committee, the citizens, our issue is not really with the citizens; it's the stores.
It is.
The,
I
the
agree.
big shootings and all the gatherings are attracted to the stores. The huge gather again every once in a while. Yes, there is a block party. Sometimes they kind of grow. That is not really our issue, Ben Harbor. At least Ben Harbor City. It's these stores. The stores I'm talking about. I'm going to propose, and I'm going to ask the commission to entertain that we change our ordinance to impose that all stores close at 2. not 24 hours. So you guys who might get in an uproar, can start yours now. But again, we are not trying to penalize residents at all. It's the stores that we're having issue with. And on top of that, as I said before, we have a couple that have currently, right now as we speak, open state investigations for liquor violations. So it's the same thing with these stores. Not only are they being open and attracting a whole bunch of people at night because they got all the parking lot lit up with their canopy lights, but they're violating liquor laws. So we'll discuss that, and of course we want to hear what citizens have to say about that. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: I can guarantee over on Main Street, where Main Street Market is, because that's a deep residential area, and they have been complaining and upset for years. I guarantee not one person over there is going to be against stores closing. Now, I guarantee somebody's going to come up because we always got to find the antithesis argument, even when stuff makes sense. But it will be a discussion. Now, with that being said, additionally, we had a meeting Monday with some party promoters, which was very, very productive. And again, quite honestly, they are not the problem. They're renting venues and having parties, and honestly, they're somewhat having an issue. I won't say being victimized, but having an issue because when everybody comes to these venues and parks up and camps outside, very few of them are coming inside. Well, that's how they make their money. So if you got say 600 people outside and 50 inside, that doesn't do them any good. So we had great discussions with them that came. There's one the DJ. He does a great job. He has themes, has good parties, hasn't had any problem. So they propose some really good ideas as far as considerations for ordinance changes that we'll look at. So, they're saying like, hey, we're being kind of penalized too, not from the police per se, but people are coming and just hanging out, and we're not making as much money as we could if they were to come inside the building. So they're like, we need to come up with some type of system where it's either you're in or you're gone, not just hanging out. So we're going to keep those dialogues because again, these last few weeks, months has really, really, really for us, Chief, seeing a big opening of citizen cooperation and working with us and having their opinions aired that we're hearing, and we really appreciate that. And we're going to continue that. So that's the update with the party nuisance ordinance. Again, that's really a bad name. That's where it's kind of evolving to. And then we also have citizens that are also volunteering to help come up with answers. So that's the update on that. That's pretty much what I have for today, Chief Abrams.
Well, that's great. I know I sent my deputy chief to that meeting, and we spoke about that. And they, I guess, someone asked about the Benton Township Park, and we're like, no, that's not going to happen. That Benton Township Park is a family atmosphere. It's meant for families and family gatherings because we have the pavilions, not for parties. Matter of fact, I recently hired a security team to keep an eye on Benton Township Park. Right now, we're closing at 10 o'clock. We're locking the gates at 10 o'clock. We're trying to keep this place nice and usable throughout the year. And we've seen what happens with the aftermath of a party or a parking lot. It's all beer bottles, every liquor bottle you can think of strewn across the parking lot, broken glass because everybody's hanging out. Nobody's, picking up the trash after themselves. So, yeah, Benton Township Park would not be an option. Pretty much not during my administration. I did see Mr. Shaquille Turner. Oh, let me get to National Night Out. People, National Night Out, August 5th. It's going to be on a Tuesday. So always the first Tuesday of August.
Tell them what that is, Chief.
National Night Out is a chance, or it's an opportunity for police, first responders, and the community to get together and interact. And what we do is we have the giveaways. We make sure that we communicate, with the citizens, in both the city and township. I mean, we become per se vulnerable we talk, we interact more because the setting is designed for that. It's just like a big fair. It's that City Center Square, right in Pete Mitchell Park, right? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right, Main Street, Pete Mitchell Park, um, Candy Drop. I mean, things going to be huge. We need to make sure everybody come out, bring the kids, get your book bags. Rough Riders will be doing the food again as usual. I get excited about this thing, man. We'll be out there, Chief, you getting in the dunk tank again? I might not make a dunk tank this year.
Here you go. I knew it. And then you put your excuse out here for all these thousands of people to see. That was
Oh
pretty.
man.
That was smooth, Greg Abrams. That was smooth because you weasel out of it every year. You hurt your
Oh
little
man.
toe a couple years ago.
Yeah, hurt my toe.
So, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get the dunk tank, and I'll be in there. So that's kind of a big thing. So just kind of further, National Night Out is we've been doing it for what's this? What
This our seventh year?
seventh
Seventh
or
or
eighth
eighth?
year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we started it back in the day because we know that I think Lincoln Township had one, Smiles has one, and then we had ours first one, which was pretty successful, and then ours just kind of just grew and blew up, and I think we have more people than the other ones combined. Um, so you guys that have youth, young kids going back to school, that's from elementary all the way up to high school. We give away free book bags. I think last year, if I remember
We'll
correctly,
be doing bicycles as well. We have the raffle for the bike giveaway.
raffle for the bike giveaway. We gave away, I want to say 823, but we gave away over 800 book bags for school. And those book bags come fully stocked with supplies. They're not just book bags.
Right.
So we got community partners that they actually break down our door that want to be part of National Night Out. I can't name them right now, all of them. But we give away book bags, and then of course we give away snow cones. That is our curse. And we give away. I think last year we were just shy of 1,000 snow cones. We gave away 900 and some snow cones.
Wow.
So mind you, that's no person gets more than one. So that kind of gives you the idea for the Benton Harbor, Benton Township National Night Out. We are right around just under 1,000 people that come, at least, because not everyone gets snow cones and not everyone gets book bags. So when you
Right.
hear we've given away 900 snow cones and 800 book bags, and that doesn't count everything else. I think we had at one point, I think we had some things for fresh fruit, vegetables. The Rough Riders, who I love those men.
I
They
know.
do a great job in the community. They are great role models. They are always there when we need them. They do food giveaways. They give away hundreds of hot dogs and hamburgers. And it's just a good time. It's a great time. And then, of course, I get into the dunk tank because you are lily livered and won't do it. I mean, your toe hurts.
Uh,
But just know, y'all, when I'm in the dunk tank, I'm talking trash. So if you can't hit me or you got one of them those little wimpy little throws, I'm gonna be saying something. But yeah, you can come dunk the Chief, at least one of them, and maybe we can get some water balloons and throw at Chief Abrams.
oh, okay. Water balloons. I can do that. I can do that. I see Shaquille Turner. Oh, and just know that this National Night Out just doesn't happen here. This happens all over the country at the
Yes,
same time, including the military. So you will see a lot of this on TV from other areas and other counties and other states being advertised about their National Night Out. It gets great publicity pretty much uh, all over the country. So
it,
it's a huge deal.
it does, and it is actually just I don't to be clear on when it is. So it's always the first Tuesday in August because it's often on an election day, but it's the first Tuesday in August, and we have ours at the Pete Mitchell City Center Park, downtown Benton Harbor, right across from City Hall, and it's I believe from I think 5 to 8, five
Yes.
to eight. So there'll be police cars, fire trucks. It's going to be Benton Harbor, Benton Township, probably state police. The sheriff tries to kind of send some support, but he has to kind of be at all three at the same time type deal. But I know we've had face painting in the past. I'm not sure where we are. I've missed a couple meetings. but it's a good time. We enjoy each other's company. And, one of the things, Chief, I love about our community is Ben Harbor is just a big old family. Walking through there, we get hugs. Hey, Chief, how you doing? Good to see you. Again, I get a ton of hugs. Every Wednesday, I go to the fruit market across the street. I probably get 5-6 hugs a day, which I love. I'm a hug person. You see me on the street in Myers, give me a hug, then we can talk about what you want to talk about. All right. So I'm open. But
There you go.
hey, what's Shaquille talking about? He answers his questions.
So hey,
Yeah, car show. Yeah, that's needs to be
okay,
talked about
all
too.
right. So regarding the car show, it's not like I haven't been working on it, but I just kind of want to just hold up this paper and just flip through this thing and let you know that a car show isn't as easy as everybody think it is. It's a lot. Okay, it's permits, it's permission, it's location, it's
Yeah.
accountability. But I had my first meeting with a gentleman who's hosted many car shows Tuesday. Matter of fact, I'm meeting him at we're gonna be meeting at Big Ron's, and this gentleman has hosted quite a few car shows, and we're gonna put our plan together Tuesday. So I'm hoping by Thursday I will have a plan tentatively of where our car show is going to be, how it's going to be, and where we're going to go from there. I think we can get that. I got it done. So my first meeting is Tuesday, and we're going to try to have it pretty much within the next 2 weeks after that Tuesday. So yeah, as far as the crisis team, yes, we're still working on that. I got a lot on my plate. I'm sure Chief McGinnis, I know you got a lot on your plate. These things we're working through. I'm still working on my K9 program. I'm still working on my drone program. Give my officers more tools to use. In the streets. And it's taking some time, but that's still at the top of my list as well. I have more information that I needed um, regarding the crisis intervention team. I'm just trying to put it all together. It's like the car show.
I think Shaquille is saying this sound like some dunk tank type excuses.
Is that what he's saying? Well,
Basically.
I'm gonna have him put his money where his mouth is pretty soon here.
Uh,
Uh,
okay. Anything else you got going on over there in Benton Township, on your side of the 49022?
no, so far I've been getting complaints, and just we have our cleanup initiative like the city does, and I get phone calls from my office all the time. Hey, I got this, I got that, but we are not opposed to giving our residents more time in our businesses, to come up to code. There's an issue. We want you to be in compliance, and sometimes that's going to mean us helping you by giving you more time to be compliant.
Right.
So, if you have an issue, our ordinance officers aren't backing down. Give me a call, let me know, and I'll let the ordinance officer know. Hey, this is the new timeline. It's no longer 2 weeks. We gave them 30 days because they have so much to deal with. So give us a call. We can work with you. We don't. I tell everybody, we don't want your money. We just want compliance. That's
Right.
it, and a clean place for the community to thrive. That's what we want.
So we got as just another comment. Please plan on parking. I'm assuming he's talking about National
National
Night Out. I've never been aware of any parking problems, so I can't speak to that. But for the last 7-8 years, people have parked and came to the park. So again, I can't really speak to that because not
And
aware of any problem.
we do close off. What is that? What's the street right behind? Well, the fire department.
Yeah, we do. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what really he's talking about because that is closed. So yeah, we're flashing our comments. There's Shaquille. He's on the roll. Right, everybody's cash strapped. That's for sure. So okay. Um, that's all I have. Again, if you have anything, especially if you have like any tips, you can. That's my actually direct dial number comes into my line. Leave a message, and I'll call you back. I like to return my calls probably like after 6 o'clock when the day slows down.
All right.
Please don't call back to back to back to back because I will block you. I'm going to be honest with you. Some people have this problem where if you don't answer, they call back 5-6 times in a row. that is utterly annoying, and that is got to be some type of mental problem. Leave a message. I will call you back. You can also send faxes to this number and also can text it too. And this is if you need to contact Chief Abrams of Benton Township. This is his number where you can reach one of his secretaries and get a message to him, and he'd be happy, I'm sure, also to make time to speak to you about your issue because we want to hear what you have to say, what concerns you. And that's why we do this chat with the chief, because we want to keep our residents informed and have open dialogue with them. So, Chief, with that being said, anything else? Not, we'll get out of
No,
here.
nothing else at this time.
Okay. Well, Benton Harbor, you guys be blessed until next week. And I'm getting excited because we're getting close to football season. So I'm looking for y'all to support Benton Harbor Tiger football. Probably talk a little bit more about that next week, maybe. Actually, I'm thinking about starting a separate podcast for Tiger Talk football because we're building something special right now. I got some really good young men out there, and that's a whole nother show. So until next week, y'all, you guys be blessed, be safe. If you see something, say something. And if you got pictures from your surveillance, or you take it with your cell phone, send it to us so we can catch the people that are burglarizing our cars and stealing them, so people don't have to worry about that and can rest assured when they're in their homes. So until next week, same bat time, same bat channel. This has been Chat with the Chief with myself, Director Dan McGinnis, the City of Benton Harbor, and Chief Greg Abrams, Benton Township Police Department. And we will talk to you all later.